Hello, I'm ABX Toycat and welcome back to another video. Today I have some Minecraft console news to share with you, and this is some of the sneakiest Minecraft news I've ever run across in my time doing Minecraft news videos, and I'll get into the story in a little bit, but let me just quickly say that it does confirm that the next update will be 1.7 for PC, 1.8 for the PC, but then also have some console exclusive items on top of that. It just went from being the biggest update ever to even bigger, and I'm going to be talking about that in today's video because I think it's pretty cool. But first of all, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me see more stuff like this. But let's get straight into the video, shall we? So let's start by talking about how this news came out and why it is so sneaky, because you might recall that yesterday I posted a video talking about the screenshot of the new tutorial world. I was mostly talking about what that means for the release date and stuff, but I did mention how there were new flowers, and that is the most obvious thing in this new screenshot. It's like, oh yeah, new flowers, but also big tutorial world build. But this actually had some of the sneakiest confirmations of new features from 1.8 that we hadn't seen yet, that we knew were going to be in the game, but it's still nice to see anyway. So first of all, let me just show you. Here are the flowers. You can be like, ah, yeah, there are the flowers. We haven't seen the tall grass in the screenshot. We haven't seen that white one. I think it's called the azure blue. But then also, if you check this second couple of bubbles, you can see on the far right and on the far left, very, very sneakily hidden. On the far right, you can see that's a dark oak tree and a roof forest biome. I mean, we haven't technically seen them yet, so it's nice to finally see them. And then on the far left, you can see what presumably is a acacia tree. It could also be like a spruce tree from a biome with some snow on it. I can't entirely tell because it's so small, but it looks like it's a sneaky confirmation of the acacia tree. Even if it's not, we've got the dark oak on the right there, and it seems like it would be the perfect balance, but either way, that's what you see there. And then finally, you can see on the, far right in that little window there, you can see what looks like an ice spike in the background. Can't be entirely sure. That could be another building. And you can also see what looks to be podzol or grassless dirt in that bottom right thing there. Again, it's so far away, it could be a chest or something, but they look like all the feature confirmations, which are kind of sneaky by themselves, right? Like, these are, a lot sneaky. They're not in the foreground like they were before. They're all very, sneakily in the background besides that tall grass and that flower. But the thing that really blew my mind, and the reason this is so sneaky, is because of the fact that nobody noticed it. That's right. Usually when I miss a feature in a video, there's like, 50 comments saying it, or, like 50 tweets or something like that. But in this case, nobody noticed it. I checked a bunch of the comments and not a single one was mentioning it. And not, all I found out was from a single tweet someone mentioned at me. So very few people even spotted this. And it is very tricky to spot because it's hidden in plain sight, if you will. But there is actually a console exclusive feature in this image. So if you want to pause the video and spend a little bit of time looking for it, you can, but it is, like I said, just hidden in plain sight, because basically, if you look really closely at this image, you'll notice there's a bunch of sandstone, right? And, a lot of sandstone just kind of blends together. But one of the really interesting things about all of this sandstone is if you look at the sandstone stairs, like kind of along that path, behind the cow, behind the pig, you'll actually notice that they look different to the sandstone stairs we have on the console right now. And even after I heard that, I was like, oh, so I guess this is a PC feature from 1.9 or just from 1.8 that I'm not familiar with. So I decided to check up all the stairs on the PC. That's right, there's only one type of sandstone stair on the PC, and it is this one right here. So that is right, that is the first console exclusive feature we've seen, although it's like a full-on block. It's not just kind of an unintentional workaround. It's just a little console exclusive block. And I think it's cool that they're going to be making that. Clearly it's for this building, and they're like, we need to make this, so we'll use our new, smooth sandstone stairs. But I think the fact that they've shown this off probably, hints at something else. Imagine if the update comes out and it has just the single console exclusive and it's smooth sandstone stairs. That seems a little weird if you ask me. I think, just having the one exclusive would be a little bit out of place. So at the very least, I'd imagine there are a couple of others. Maybe it's just more stairs. Maybe it's like we'll have some chiseled sandstone stairs and we'll have, just a bunch of different stairs, because people are always asking for more slabs and more stairs because it has always been a bit limited, and they were always adding them a little bit before they added them on the PC version. So if, new stairs meant to come in 1.3, they'd come in the 1.2 update for console. They'd always try and add them a bit before, because I think a greater percentage of Minecraft console players are creative players than on other platforms, so they're always trying to add these new blocks. However, like I said, I think that means there's going to be new blocks there, and that's pretty cool. So at the very least, I'd say we've got a few new blocks that are going to be console exclusive, which sounds pretty awesome if you ask me, but this could also be the start of a bigger hint. They could have been, everyone knows it's the 1.7 and the 1.8 update. Maybe that's why they announced it so early, but maybe there's going to be several console exclusive features in there. It's hard to say, and I definitely don't recommend getting your hopes up for llamas and all these other features like that. But what I would say is there are probably at least a few other console exclusive blocks, and this is the start from saying, yeah, we'll work on console exclusives while, we ran out of PC things to work on. Let's throw some console stuff in there, because bear in mind, even as they start working on the next update, if they get this update out before, January, February time, there isn't going to be a PC update to work on. 1.9 is still in snapshot form and not completed, which means they might just have a console exclusive update tied in with the 1.9 update. it. Kind of like how the last few updates have been, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and 1.6, and then we got 1.7 and 1.8. Maybe it'll be 1.9 plus this imaginary 1.85, let's call it, console update, where it's just going to be a bunch of features like that. That's how I'd like to see it. I would really love it if, the console starts having this cool, unique direction next year, and that seems to be the thing right there. So yeah, console exclusives are a thing of this next update. Even if it's just a couple of blocks, there is at least going to be a few ones, which is always cool to explore and see and stuff. But as well as that, there is, the hint at more stuff coming in the future. They've always said that was their kind of goal, and it seems as though they've hit it pretty fast. And I think that's great. You might argue that we've only had one kind of smallish update this year, but this next update is seeming like it's going to make up for that, and I am very, very excited. So I'd love to know your opinion in the comments down below. First of all, on, is a smooth sandstone block important to you? I think it looks nicer than a regular one, but, I'm not going to use it too much. I guess I'll use it in any place a sandstone stairs, but not really too much, because I don't use sandstone stairs too much. But what do you think about console exclusives in general? Are you excited, or do you just would you prefer they work full speed on catching up PC? Yeah, you're not happy that 1.9 is going to come out and then we'll be behind again, because there will be this little, golden 2-month period between when the next update comes out for console and between when 1.9 comes out for PC, that, will be fully updated and technically ahead because of all the exclusives. So, yeah, I'd love to know your opinion on that in the comments down below. But otherwise, please do like it if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and also, if you want to check out all of the Title Update 31 features, learn more about them, I have a playlist which I link in the description. It's called TU31 Feature Previews, and yeah, you can check that out and learn a little bit more about what's going on with the update and stuff. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!